everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany. In today's video, I thought we would talk about some budget-friendly supplies and some budget-friendly coloring books. I know there's been quite a few new colorists here on YouTube and to the coloring community, and I want to just give a warm welcome to all of you. And I'm sure you've been watching a lot of videos on these beautiful, beautiful colorings done by artists and colorists that have been doing this for many, many years. And you might be feeling a little intimidated, or you might want all the supplies. Well, I'm here to tell you that coloring is supposed to be for fun. And you don't have to have expensive supplies to color. As long as you're coloring and you're enjoying the moment and your mind is quiet and you can focus just on the page in front of you and how much joy it's bringing you, then that is the most important thing. So I thought if you are new to the hobby that I would show you some of my favorite budget-friendly supplies that you can get started. Maybe just pick up a couple of the items I have here on my list to get you started and get you coloring and then finding enjoyment and some serenity in this really crazy world we're going through right now. So I was inspired to do this video by Anne Hatfield. I will link her video in the description below so you can go watch her video, but she recently did a video on budget-friendly supplies and I thought, what a great idea. And so it gave me inspiration to show you all of my favorite budget-friendly supplies that I love to use almost on a daily basis. And so so on the screen here, of course, I've got my crayons. I think when we think of coloring, we think immediately of Crayola crayons and when we were kids and coloring books. And that really is where my love of coloring started, was when I was a child. And so back in 2015, when I found adult coloring, I mean, it just clicked. I was just like, oh my God, this is my jam. I've tried all these other hobbies, from scrapbooking to needlepoint to cross stitch. I mean, I've tried so many different hobbies, as I'm sure a lot of you. Knitting. I used to love knitting. But now I really devote my time to this one hobby and I just love it so much. And I'm so happy I have this YouTube channel to share with all of you. But Crayola, as you know, has a lot of products. I think everyone should have at least one pack of crayons in their arsenal of coloring supplies. They're great for shading. They're great for filling in big spaces. Another favorite crayon of mine are these Bic Kids. I happen to find these at the Dollar Tree, and they don't have any paper on them, which makes them easier to sharpen. And so, yeah, these are actually really nice crayons. I think they make a bigger set on Amazon, but I just picked these up for $1.25 because I don't use crayons a whole lot anymore. But I always love to have some around. I think I've even got a bigger pack of 96. But crayons are definitely a must-have. I think they're like $5 a package on Amazon right now. And so, yeah, I definitely highly recommend having those if you don't already have them. Another favorite coloring supply by Crayola that I think is a must-have are the Crayola Supertips. I'm sure a lot of you have seen all of these. Right now, for 100 colors, it's like $15 on Amazon, and they just have such a beautiful array of colors. Like, you can't go wrong. You could have every single color under the rainbow in here. They have a bullet nib, so you can make it like really, if you hold it up straight, you can make a fine point. If you hold it on the side, then you can color in bigger areas. The only thing I don't like about the Supertips is that they don't have their own number system. So I just write a Sharpie, a number on the Sharpie as I go and give them my own numbers to put into my color chart book so I can reference that to find a color. I love using these in my Disney Hatchet Heroes color by number books. On certain paper, these work beautifully. They do streak, so it kind of is learning curve with these, but once you master these pens and you keep trying them out on different paper and using different techniques, oh my gosh, you're just going to absolutely love them. So this is definitely a must-have. Another option, if you don't want to go with the 100 count, they do make these Pip Squeaks, which are a smaller version of the Supertips. But what I love about the Pip Squeaks is they have actual names. Like this one's called Tiny Toad Brown. I was like, oh my gosh. So these make it much easier to find the colors. You don't have 100, you have 64, so you're not overwhelmed with all the colors. They make beautiful colors. And they still have the super tip nib, actually with maybe even a little bit finer point on the very tip. So that is another option for you. I'll find out and put here on the side how much they are currently on Amazon. I forgot to look this one up before filming, but you can also find these at Walmart. Well, some Walmarts. I think I found these at my local Michael's. And if you use a coupon, that makes it even cheaper. Sign up for their Michael's app because you get rewards all the time and coupons on the app, and you can order stuff off the app if you don't have a local Michael's near you. So yeah, I mean, Crayola has all kinds of products, right? They've got colored pencils, which I absolutely love their colored pencils. These are my old colored pencils. I've had these since, oh my God, I think in high school. And the reason why I reach for these the most is because I really like the wood. They used to use a much better quality wood. I think the lead is still the same, but if you don't have good wood, it's hard for it to sharpen. But they do have some absolute beautiful colors. Let me see if I can show you. These are the Crayola 120 count that you can find now, like at your local Walmart. Or Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and they do have such a beautiful range of colors and some really nice names too to go with them. So if you're looking for a budget-friendly pencil, I really highly suggest Crayola Colored pencils. You get a lot of colors for a not very big price tag. All right, so since we're on the colored pencil end, I suppose I'll show you some of my other favorite colored pencils. I like Kalour colored pencils. This happens to be a very budget-friendly brand because these are only $10 on Amazon. You get 72 pencils for $10. I will tell you, they're a lot like the Crayolas in the fact that they don't sharpen the best. The wood is not the best quality. I would more suggest going for the Kalour Professional. I'll put a picture up here of what the Professional looks like. They're a little bit more expensive. I believe right now the Professional, let me see if I can find the Kalour Professionals ones are $39.99, but that's still considered a budget friendly. I actually would not recommend these 72 premium. I would go with a Professional if you're going to get a budget friendly. But if you've only got $10 to spend and you want to try it, by all means, these are great pencils. It's just I don't like the wood that they're made in. They chip easily. They're hard to sharpen. That's really the only reason. But Kalour, I think as a whole, I would definitely recommend. They've got some beautiful products. Another great budget-friendly product is Artisto. Now, currently, they only have 72 colors. I do have a whole video on my thoughts and reviews on this product. I will link that in the description below for you guys so you can go check that out. But these pencils are beautiful. It's just a different quality lead than some of the other pencils, but they color like a dream, especially on the cheaper brand colored ring books like the Amazon paper that you find out there. I think these work really nice. They've got good quality wood casing. I just really like them. And they do come with the name and a number, so they're easily documented in a color chart, so you can keep tabs on what colors you own. Currently, these are the what is it? Artisto brand is $32.99, but they do go on sale quite frequently. So yeah, again, I will link all of the products I show to you today in the description below if you're looking for a link to these products that I'm showing you today. Another supply that I've recently been using a lot of, that I've had forever and never really used, was Castel Art. Now, Castel Art has several different brands of pencils out there, or packs, I should say, bigger. They've got add-ons to your already, the colored pencils you already own, which is kind of nice. But this 72 color set that I have currently is $39.99, and they are great pencils. I don't have them up here with me to show you. This is just the tin, but I highly recommend these. Nice soft core. I'm not sure if they're oil-based or what kind of base they are. Maybe it says it premium. They are premium, which makes them really nice. They're a soft blend, I would say, but they go perfect over the more cheaper paper as well, for the Amazon paper coloring books. So yeah, another great product would be Castel Art. And then probably my favorite budget-friendly supply, colored pencil, is Artex. Now these currently, the Artex colored pencils are currently $50. So they're on the higher end of the budget-friendly, but they're still a lot less expensive than, say, your Prismacolors or your Faber-Castells. The reason why I like these pencils so much is they're a range of colors. Sometimes in a budget-friendly brand of colored pencil, you're going to find more basic colors. These colors actually match up quite nicely with Prismacolor. Prismacolor just has such a beautiful shade and tone to their colors that I love, but sometimes their core is so soft that and so opaque that I just want a more sharper point to my pencils that will glide across the page really nicely. And so that's why I love these Artex colored pencils so much, for their color and their durability. They sharpen really nice. I would highly, highly recommend the Artex if you're on the higher end of purchasing a budget-friendly pencil. Then definitely check out the Artex colored pencils. Okay, so I think that's all I have to show you for colored pencils. Next, I thought we would talk about alcohol markers. So one of my favorite budget-friendly alcohol markers are the Taotree art markers. You get 101 colors right now for $36.99. And I like the fact that they're these skinny markers because they don't take up a lot of space. You get such a beautiful array of colors. You get a lot of nice pastels. You get some darks. You get a beautiful range of greens and browns and lots of reds and pinks. You also get some beautiful purples. The ones that I've X'd out are the ones that are all dried up. They do last quite a long time, though, for such a skinny marker. This was my very first set I ever owned. I have since bought 2 other sets. And I usually buy it. I use these all the time, guys, and I really only need to buy them once a year. So I love the nibs that they have on them. They've got a nice small bullet nib, and then the other side is the thicker, broader nib. I just really love these markers. I find myself turning to them more often. One, because of the beautiful color arrangement. If you're looking for a really soft pastel, you can find it, but if you're also looking for a nice dark color, you can also find it. Another one that I would suggest for a budget-friendly alcohol marker would be the Ohuhu Pastel, which I'll put up on the screen right now. I've had 2 sets now of the Ohuhu Pastel markers. I highly suggest those. You do not need a big set of markers. You can get beautiful shades of pinks, greens, blues, grays in that smaller 48 set of Ohuhu pastels that you can then build color on top of with colored pencils. So if you this is what I like to do. I like to lay down a base of alcohol markers and then use my colored pencils on top to darken in the shades and add a gradient. So I always am turning to my Ohuhu pastel markers. Currently, right now, the Ohuhu pastel markers are $50 for 48 set is $50, but you can get them on sale for $39.99. So wait till there's a sale on Amazon. I think currently they're on sale right now for $39.99. And you can get them in a brush nib, so you don't have to have a bullet nib. If you're looking for something more fancy with a brush nib, you can certainly get the ones with the brush nib. And yeah, I really think you don't need a whole set of 120 or 320 markers when you're just starting out. As far as if you want to try Ohuhus, definitely try the pastel markers. Okay, so that covers alcohol markers. Next up, I want to talk about gel pens because we all love a good sparkly gel pen. One of my favorite budget-friendly gel pens is Taotree glitter gel pens. These are all glitter gel pens. They work fabulously. I've had these for such a long time and there's still a lot of juice in them. I love to do embellishments with these. You can see some of them are really used up. You can do embellishment with these. You can outline pictures with these. There's tons of videos out there on YouTube on how to use gel pens in your coloring books. Right now, these Taotree gel pens are $8.99, guys. $8.99. That is such a budget-friendly pencil. I hate spending a lot of money on supplies that are just going to run out real quickly. So I like it when it's not that expensive. I love the product. It works great, and I'm not feeling bad about using up my supplies because I know I can always just grab another one for that price. And you could put it in a different carrying case. I keep it in this nice little flap that's got some snaps on it. So that is what I would say. If you're looking for some gel pens that you just want to try, definitely try out these Taotree glitter gel pens to add a little glitter and pizzazz to your coloring pages. Another favorite brand, budget brand of mine is Steadtler. I have several different Staedtler supplies. I love these triplus fineliners. I use these a lot for tiny little details, for adding texture to my coloring pages. Right now, currently, you can get this set of 40, let's see, I wrote it down. 40 fine liners for $25 on Amazon. And these, again, will last you a very long time. I use these. You can see how long I've had these. I've had to tape it up. I did have a lid that fell off. I'm already dried up some colors because I've used them so much. But I love having these next to me when I'm coloring, like I said, for fine little details and just to add nice touches. You could easily do color by number with these too. Like if you've got a small, intricate color by number, they're not going to bleed through. You could use these actually in your Disney Hatchet Heroes color by number books. And then they also have these double-ended markers as well. These happen to be the watercolor brush pens, but they come with one side has a brush nib and the other side has a fine liner. I'll have to look it up. I can't remember how much these are right now, but I'll put them on screen when I find them, how much they are. But Steadtler is a great brand to try out if you're looking for some good quality art supplies without breaking the bank. I would definitely try Steadtler. Their Ergo Soft colored pencils are wonderful. I love also they've got drawing pens that I use. Joanna Basford was the one that endorsed, when she first started making her coloring books, she would color with Steadtler products. That's how I found out about them. And so since then, my collection has just grown of all different kinds of art supplies from Steadtler. So definitely check them out. I highly recommend them. Another favorite budget supply of mine is this sharpener. I have 3 of these. I keep them in every place. Wherever I'm coloring, I just keep it next to me. I like it because it's got a little reservoir to put your shavings in, so you're not constantly having to shave over a trash can, sharpen over a trash can or find a place to put your shavings. They stay right in here until you're ready to empty them. It is battery operated, so if the batteries run out, you easily just replace them. And they fit most regular size sharpeners. I think some might be a little too big for this opening, but for the most part, all of my colored pencils will fit in there. And it's just a quick little way to sharpen them. This is literally $5 at Target, yeah, at Walmart. So check your local Walmart. It's by Pen and Gear. Love this little sharpener. When they finally die or say it doesn't sharpen that great anymore because it's dull, because that will happen. Your sharpener will get dull. I throw it out and then I buy a new pack, a new one. So it's not going to break the bank using that supply. Okay, so let's see. What else do I want to talk about? Books. Okay, so we've gone over my favorite supplies I like to use. Now let's talk about coloring books, because there are some beautiful budget-friendly coloring books out there. One of them is Camellia Angelkova's books. Her books usually are always $5.99. I don't think very many of them. She may have gone up in price recently, but majority of her coloring books, and she has a ton out there, all kinds of different themes. Her design, I love her cute characters, but I suggest if you're going to buy coloring books to definitely watch a flip through video on YouTube. Just search the coloring book you're thinking about buying and watch a complete flip through. I do not buy books if I don't like at least 50% of the pages in the book, because it's just a waste. I'm not going to color in it if I don't like the book. So definitely watch flip throughs before purchasing any books to make sure you are going to enjoy the images that are on the inside of the book. I've had these books for quite a while. Like I said, Camellia has so many coloring books out there in different styles. She has mandalas. She has the miniatures version. She's got scenes that are absolutely beautiful. I really only have 4 of her books, and I color in them, so I know I'm using them, so it's worth the money that I spent on them. But I also know I don't need any more of them because I've got plenty here to color. You don't need every coloring book out there. If it really is appealing to you, you'll know. As you're watching a flip through video, you'll know, oh my God, I have to have that book. And a lot of times what I do is I go on my Amazon account, I pop the book in my cart, and then hit the save for later button. And Amazon will notify you if these go on sale or get any cheaper. And then you'll know the perfect time to buy them. You don't have to buy them right when they first come out. But anyway, her books are always usually $5 or less, or maybe $6.99 or less. Anyway, they're still very budget-friendly books. The other budget-friendly book is by Dover. These are Dover coloring books. These are actually made for kids. I love these books. So I completed this book using my Crayola Supertips. Because these are double-sided, so obviously you can't use alcohol markers because they'll bleed through. You have to be careful of what you use. And then I shaded it in. Some of these are shaded in with colored pencil. Some are shaded in with Crayola crayons. And they come out absolutely gorgeous. And these books are also like $5 or less. Like, these are not expensive books. I love Maggie Swanson. She's one of my favorite artists. And so anytime I find a Dover book that she might have come out with, I get it because I just love her style of coloring. Here's another one by Dover coloring book. These are all under their Creative Haven books. Oops, sorry, knocked the camera. On Amazon, if you look up Creative Haven, these books will pop up. But yeah, these are usually the Dover coloring books are usually always double-sided, and they're usually stapled together. They're not stitch bound or anything. But yeah, beautiful coloring books. I also have this Mythical Mermaids one. So yeah, this is more intricate. They have some that are really intricate and others that are more basic. I think these are good for people probably that homeschool because it tells you on the bottom, it gives you descriptions all about what the coloring page is about. There's an old one. Did I date that one? No, but that was definitely, that was one of my first coloring pages I think I ever did. Had this book for a really long time, as well as this one, the Victorian coloring book, coloring. And And this is almost like inside of a dollhouse because you've got the different rooms and it tells you about the kitchen, the library, the parlor from like the old Victorian houses from back in the day. So I have that one. So then there's the Spark, which is also part of the Dover family. And this one is, I think, geared towards children too, but I absolutely love the images in here. Again, I believe this is only like $5 or $6. You get some beautiful, this is definitely my style, being in a circular, kind of like Matchstick Mouse or Any Day coloring books. I love the circular design in the middle of the page, and then there's maybe some little embellishments around it. But yeah, such a cute book. So I highly recommend if you're just starting out with coloring and you're looking for a budget-friendly coloring book, go check out the Dover Sparks books. They have quite a few different ones. Again, this one was by Maggie Swanson, so of course I had to pick it up because I love her art style. Another favorite artist of mine is Teresa Goodridge. I have several books by her, by Creative Haven. Creative Haven has a huge selection of books. You can look up on Amazon, but I've colored in this one quite a bit, I think. Yeah, see, and these are single-sided, so you can use alcohol markers, and then I like to shade with colored pencils. But you can easily find something that's up your alley with these Dover coloring books because they have so many different themes and different artists that do these type of Creative Haven books. And the last book I'll show you is this Creative Cats book, if you're into cats. And this is by, I think it's Marjorie Sarnat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Marjorie Sarnat, which she has several coloring books out too. Hers are very whimsical, very detail-oriented if you like details and you're looking for something more detail-oriented. But you don't want to jump right into like a Kirby Roseanne's book or something that detailed. Try Marjorie Sarnat in a Creative Haven, and I'm sure you will enjoy. And then you'll know more of what your style is like, too. You don't want to just buy a book just because everybody else on YouTube is coloring in it. Find a book that's your style that you will enjoy coloring in, and I promise you, you'll have a good time. You won't break the bank, and you'll have great meditative energy flowing out of you. You'll be in joy. It's a great way to quiet the mind, a great way to wind down at the end of your busy day. Turn off the news, turn off social media, just pick up a coloring book and a pack of crayons and color. All right, guys, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you find some inspiration from some of the stuff I've shown you today. Please let me know in the comments below if there's anything I can help you find. I will gladly find it for you and get you a link. But anyway, guys, that is all from me today. Have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.